Hello Gemini, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly reading with the cards flying everywhere for the 11th to the 17th of November. First off, I'd like to say thank you for subscribing to my channel. I'm honoured to have you here with me, and I never stop saying how grateful I am that my channel continues to grow and my messages get out to more people. The other thing I'd like to say is if you haven't subscribed, please hop on board. We'd love to have you with us. I'm using the Chira Marchetti deck today. No, I'm not. I'm using the Julia Massaglia deck, the After Tarot. And I will draw a card from the fortune reading cards. I'd also like to say if you're interested in a personal reading, I do put all the details under the weekly reads. You can visit my website, www.theaussiegoddess.com, and that has all the payment. Oh, an offer's coming in for someone. So let's get cracking. The cards are very lively for you, Gemini, so let's get going on it. So we have the card of transformation here. We have the Death card. Interestingly, they're trying to show me something behind that, so that's very interesting. So for some of you, this is may have been the result of something coming to you, maybe a message or somebody opening up to you, or it could be something that's coming in very, very quickly, but definitely a card of transformation. There's a lot of sort of changes happening at the moment. We're about to move out of Venus retrograde, which means that relationships will perhaps start coming back to where they should be, but communication will be much better after the 16th of November. Okay, so first off I have the Hierophant. Now the Hierophant is a card that talks of structure, organisation. It can talk about stability. It could be what you're achieving through this transformation that you're currently going through. But definitely a card that signifies that you are sort of starting to level out or starting to stabilise after a period of something. We'll keep going with that. Oh, you have wish coming in here. Okay. All right. Now I'm looking at that. I'm thinking this is what your wish is. Your wish is through this transformation that you're going to reach some sort of stable life path. Maybe things have been all over the place for you lately, but you're definitely going through some sort of transformation in order to stabilize your life here. All you wish for is stability in your life, and you may have had a lot of upheaval. Very possible. Yeah, look, there you go. So here you are putting down your Ten of Wands. So you've obviously been through a very treacherous time or tumultuous time here. And whatever it was has sent you on this sort of a little bit of a spiral into transforming. So you've taken a step back here to bring back in these things you wish for. You haven't had stability, and I can see that here, and now you're looking for this stability. Yeah, you've had heartbreak. Okay, so some of you, Geminis, have been through something that's broken your heart. It could be the passing of someone, and I'm so sorry to hear about that. It could be that you've had a relationship breakdown, but something here is broken down. And what's happened is it sent you in this period of transformation. So you've had to go deep inside to sort of cope with the grief or the loss or the changes that this has brought in for you. And now all you want in your life here is stability. So you're learning to put things down now and move forward with this stability. The Hierophant's a lovely card because it does talk that you are being able to achieve that. Now I have the Knight of Wands coming in here, and the Knight of Wands talks about something coming in very, very quickly, something very passionate. So something is on its way to you here. The Knights are cards of action. Something is changing for you because I've got the Eight of Wands at the beginning. So something is definitely changing for you, and it's coming in very quickly. And I have the Three of Cups following that. So there is cause for celebration here. I'm going to have to do a recap after a couple more cards because I feel there's a lot of energies coming through here. Okay, and then we have the Ten of Swords. So, okay. There's been some sort of death of something here. Whether this is a death of an old way of thinking that has been brought about by some sort of tragedy that's occurred in your life. The thing is, I have here you could have possibly left someone because of a third party situation. So I have to mention that because this Three of Cups here does feel like that feeling, and I feel like you're moving away from something. It could have been you that's been in a third party relationship and now you've given up both and you're moving towards some sort of stability in your life. It may have been that within these relationships you weren't getting what you wanted because you're wishing for something here. And my thinking is your wish is for you to be able to put down burdens and be able to have some stability here. And this is why you've moved into this sort of like self-imposed transformation. The thing is, I see you changing your thinking. So I think you're realizing maybe you've been a bit of a player yourself. It could be that you've been sort of playing the field, but now you're looking for something more stable because you're putting down your old way of thinking to move forward. So it's like you've really understood that sort of playing the field isn't what you really want. You want something more long-term, more stable. So you're bringing in temperance here. So you're bringing in stability here in order to move forward with your life. I think you've realised that perhaps doing what you've been doing isn't really serving you in whichever way it is. This may not be... it may be that you've been in jobs that have been very short term and now you've found yourself unemployed and you've gone back to the table to decide what you want to do in your career moving forward. This isn't necessarily about love. This is also about, where do you go from here? And this card in the middle then could be about celebrating, understanding where you want to go, having direction in this Hierophant and able to move forward. This Seven of Wands is the card of it's being defensive. It's being, putting up your defenses. It's like fighting for your right, fighting for what you want, fighting for what's yours. Oh, look, and the Empress at the end. Okay, all right, let's just do a recap here. Okay, so some of you people are going, obviously a lot of you are going through some sort of transformation at the moment. I feel like for some of you it's about, perhaps being unsettled, having a lot of people come through your life and you want some sort of stability. Your wish is to have, the white picket fence, the house and everything, and it's just not coming to you. So it's like you're going back to the drawing board to learn how to, perhaps understand how you work inside because you are at this point now where you want something long-term. You want to birth something that's a little bit more stable. And definitely being able to put conflict aside and bring this beautiful temperance in. For some of you, this is about changing an old way of thinking. So it could have been that you've had a lot of heartbreak in your time and you're trying to change the way you think about things in order to bring this Empress energy in. For others of you, it looks like you may have been dealing with people who may have perhaps come in and out of your life and you're not wanting that. You want to have something more stable. If this is about work or career, I feel like you've perhaps attempted a few things and you haven't got them right. And because of that, you're really going back to the drawing board to understand what is it you want in your life. I really see with this Temperance and this Empress card that you are looking for something that's more in tune with who you are. I feel like you've managed to go from this very flighty energy to this very stable energy. And there's a celebration around being able to achieve what you wanted to achieve. The wish card and celebration says to me this is a really good outcome for this week, no matter which way you go about it, because you're doing the work you need to do in that transformation card. But definitely a week of looking inside yourself, having direction, understanding how to balance yourself out, but also a week of letting go of old beliefs, old things, letting down your burdens, and taking a path here in the Empress that's right for you. But the Witch card here says to me, whichever way you go, here is the right path. You've done the work you needed to do to get to where you needed to be, sort of thing. So beautiful reading, Gemini. Definitely a bit of a path of self-discovery this week, but ending up with the Empress and the Witch card is beautiful. So the card I've pulled for you is the card of Fire, and it talks about letting go of emotional upheaval and embracing the renewal of the present, which sounds really lovely for me. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. So it's definitely telling you that what you're going through is worthwhile, because you are bringing yourself around to this energy of Temperance and the Empress to understand who you are and what you want, and to be able to move on your pathway to get this wish that you've wanted. Thanks, Gemini. Lovely reading. Have a great week.